Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis. Hello, hola, bonjour, hey y'all. My name is Merc. Welcome back to the Narc Alert. Today, we're going to revisit the case of Sarah Boone with some updates. Sarah Boone is famous for what's known as the suitcase trial. On February 25th, 2020, Sarah called 911 to report that her boyfriend, Jorge Torres, was dead. She claimed they had a single bottle of wine and decided to play hide and seek, thinking it would be funny to put him into a suitcase. According to Boone, they were both laughing, but then she went upstairs, accidentally fell asleep, and left Jorge in the suitcase.
What's going on? Who is he to you? Boyfriend?
Yes, for like 3.5 years.
What happened?
He and we drank last night. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay. Fine.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase, okay?
Who is this guy?
That's my ex-husband, my former husband.
How did he live here with you guys?
No, I called him over here.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So then he came over here.
Here, let's talk in private, okay?
I called you guys. I tried giving you CPR. The problem is I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
When did you do CPR?
This morning, when I found it.
Before you called?
Yes!
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
Jorge's death was later ruled a homicide. The next day, Sarah was asked to come into the police station for an interview. She handed over the phone to forensic investigators without hesitation. What they found was shocking. 2 videos from the night before showing Sarah laughing as Torres begged for help inside of the suitcase. In the videos, she told him, "It was for everything you've done to me." Boone claimed she didn't remember taking these videos.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
That's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you drink on me.
Sarah.
You.
Breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the up.
Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please.
Sarah was subsequently charged with second-degree murder and is currently being held in Orange County Jail without bail. Now, let's talk a little bit about her legal journey. Sarah Boone has changed her lawyers 8 times since the charges were brought against her. Initially, Boone was assigned a public defender to represent her. However, she soon dismissed this public defender and said she was dissatisfied with her performance and lack of communication. She then hired herself a private attorney, hoping for a better defense. But this too was short-lived, and she dismissed this lawyer as well, claiming that they were not adequately preparing for her case. This pattern repeated several times, with Sarah hiring and firing multiple attorneys over the months. Each time Boone dismisses a lawyer, the court has to allow her time to find a new one, and the new lawyer needs time to review the case, gather evidence, and prepare for the upcoming trial.
Judge, the letters that have been coming to Your Honor, the derogatory berating of my services in this case, I can't effectively represent her. She doesn't trust me. She calls me a dud, I think, a buffoon, on and on and on and on. And no one should have to endure that type of derogatory comments and expect to effectively represent someone, especially in a murder case.
By him withdrawing, I have to appoint another attorney. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And that attorney's not standing here, so we're not going to be able to address, and I'll give the state a chance to talk to me as well, but assuming I grant this, we won't be able to address the other issues that were docketed for today, which means I'm going to have to reset your case for a later date. Do you understand that?
I'm not sure what items it is you're speaking of.
Obviously, this can lead to significant delays in proceedings. Sarah Boone's case, which could have moved forward more quickly, with so many procedural delays as her legal representation changed over and over. Now, this can be a tactic, this repeatedly changing lawyers, as a strategy to delay a trial. By constantly changing their lawyers and legal representation, defendants can create delays that become cyclical, and it becomes incredibly frustrating for everyone involved, including the prosecution, the court, and especially the victims and their families. It's a frightful loophole in the legal system, and it can really slow down justice for those who deserve it.
He was a good son. He wasn't perfect, but he was a good son. And every time that he come here, every time, he just stand in that wall and he said, Mom, I love you. Mom, I love you. I said, I know you love me. And they come and give me a hug. And then he look at his father and he said, Pop, you're my hero. You're my hero. He was a father. He was my son. He was an uncle. He was a cousin. And he was a friend. I was a nephew. She don't kill only my son. I feel sad for her. I don't feel sorry. I feel sad. And I don't hate her. Really, I don't. I don't have that in my heart. I never hate nobody.
In Sarah Boone's case, these delays have meant more time in jail without a resolution, more stress for everyone involved, and a really prolonged wait for justice for the families. These constant changes have not only delayed the trial, but have also complicated the defense. This contributes to a lack of continuity, and this can really weaken a defendant's case. But it also buys them time. And this can sometimes be part of the strategy. Recently, a Florida judge made a significant ruling about Sarah's legal representation. Judge Kranick's decision came in response to a motion from Boone's 8th attorney, who also requested to withdraw from her case. Sarah Boone's most recent attorney, Patricia Cashman, has extensive experience representing criminal defendants, both as an assistant public defender and also in private practice. She's actually known for handling especially difficult clients, including those accused of murder. One would think she would be the perfect representation for Sarah Boone, but no.
I've spent probably 20 hours, a little bit more, a little bit less, with Miss Boone. She has lots of lists, lots of questions. I have taken collect phone calls from her that are at my expense. JAC doesn't reimburse you because I think it's important for clients to have access. I have
Hang on,
spent,
please. No one's interrupted you this morning, Ms. Boone.
as I said, I've spent over 20 hours going through her questions, going through her list. When I tried to update her with regard to the depositions that I took recently, she opted to exit the jail conference. When I tried to review some things with regard to discovery as to things I wanted to make sure she was aware of, she walked out. She has asked me repeatedly for a copy of some medical records. Based on the discovery I got from the previous attorneys, one of the copies of those medical records had her handwritten notes. So she had a copy given to her previously. She'd reviewed them with previous attorneys. I sent her a new copy. Some of the things that she thinks are important from a lawyer perspective, perhaps I don't attach the same importance to, and you try to explain that to a client. I know the court's in a difficult position, but at this point, we're at that impasse of, if she walks out of every conference that I have with her, I'm not sure what that says about the attorney-client relationship.
The judge granted the request and then ruled that Sarah Boone has, through waived by her conduct, her right to court-appointed counsel.
It's just been long and drawn out, and I believe that God obviously believes in me as much as I do him in order to give me this very unique adventure that I am on, and I'm doing my best to let everyone know who I really am as opposed to the malicious murderer that everyone thinks that I am. I don't feel that she can do that properly. If you could please let her know, please, to just be nice to me.
Sarah followed that up with one more short 4-page letter. Your Honor, it was made known to me by an officer here at the Orange County Corrections Department that my attorney, Patricia A. Cashman, has submitted her motion to withdraw on 6/11/24, which now explains why she has not contacted me or answered calls. Your Honor, it was made known to me by an officer here at the Orange County Corrections Department that my attorney, Patricia A. Cashman, has submitted her motion to withdraw on 6/11/24, which now explains why she has not contacted me or answered calls. Why has anyone sent me a copy so I know to confirm my exclusion in my care, especially my attorney, Cashman, and stated all of my attorney's as not included, and I have basically I find to receive, please, a copy of withdrawal to better understand the reasons. I await the next appropriate step in moving forward, however, and with whomever. The judge in the case, named Michael Kranick, decided that Sarah's conduct has been so completely outrageous that she's given up her right to an attorney. This means she will have to represent herself at her upcoming murder trial, and we know how that usually works out.
It's not going to be good. So this is absolutely an extreme and ill-advised measure. So again, she has to abuse or manipulate the right to counsel. As set forth above, the defendant's recalcitrance to the attorneys who are not conflicted out, Padilla, Banquets, Hobson, Cashman, so that's 4, antagonism, hostility, and attacks on the professionalism of Padilla over a year after the fact, see footnote 9, of Banquets and of Cashman, and the personal attacks on Padilla, Banquets, and Cashman, each of these attorneys were required to withdraw. It has become apparent to the court that the defendant will not permit herself to be represented by anyone. Guess what? That's what Banquets said as well. Additionally, the withdrawal of 8 different attorneys, 7 of which were court-appointed, leads to a determination that the defendant has forfeited his right to counsel. I think he means her right to counsel. Under Florida law, the facts at bar amount to a binding forfeiture of the right to counsel. As the court finds the defendant has forfeited the right to court-appointed counsel under Florida law, there is no obligation to conduct a Feretta hearing or to otherwise warn a defendant of the dangers of proceeding pro se.
So after all of that, the narcissist finally has complete control. Sarah Boone will now face her murder trial without an attorney, representing herself in court. And you know what they say, people who represent themselves in court have a fool for a client. This is really rare, and it's a dramatic turn of events. It highlights just how challenging her case has become due to her behavior. I can't wait to follow this trial once it starts. Thank you all for joining me at this update look at Sarah Boone and her crazy behavior and upcoming trial. We will definitely be streaming this one in the Discord. If you liked the video, please don't forget to click like and grab a subscription or even a membership so you don't miss that trial when it's coming up. Thank you all for joining me, and until we meet again, you know what to do. Just be kind. And hasta luego.